Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Frank Blanchard AIFD and finally managed to step away from the computer for a while and get outside and get some air in this first week of fall 2020. Last week, if you saw one of my latest videos, I was talking about certification specifically for floral designers, and does one need to be certified in order to get a job as a floral designer or to start a florist business? And if you watch the video, you know the answer is no, you don't actually have to have certification. Since then though, I've actually had a few people ask me what the letters behind my name stand for, and you might follow a few other people who happen to be friends of mine online who also have the same letters behind their name. Wondering what that means, what is it, what's it all about, etc. And it's kind of a continuation of the whole certified versus uncertified topic. So, in a nutshell, this is just kind of the most basic of it. AIFD stands for the American Institute of Floral Designers. And within the United States, it's really the only technical professional certification that florists and floral designers can get. In other places of the world, especially over in Europe, there are other kinds of certification that you can get, and they have a lot more in the way of floral and floral design and floriculture education through their colleges and universities. So in Europe, it's a lot more prominent. But in the United States, AIFD is really the only professional organization and certification that you can get that can be an asset to you as a floral designer or a florist. Now, the American Institute of Floral Designers, yes, is based here in the USA, but we have really now become an international company, or organization, I should say. We have AIFD members from Europe, we have AIFD members from South America, we have AIFD members from several different Asian countries, Malaysia, China, Japan, Korea, up in Canada, and elsewhere. So we are definitely nowadays, even though we're still based in the United States, very much an international company or organization. I keep calling it a company for some reason. So AIFD is the American Institute of Floral Designers. Now, it also is not just floral designers. There are companies that can be a part of AIFD. They're oftentimes referred to partners of the AIFD organization, and they can be anything from commercial flower growers to supply companies, anybody who really feels and understands that education in a professional setting and for a profession like the floral industry is a really important thing. So they want to be a part of it, and that's what they do, and they are considered partners. Now, what is CFD? CFD stands for Certified Professional Designer or Certified Floral Designer, and it can be attained by people several different ways, or I should say a couple of different ways. In the United States, there are several different colleges that are affiliated with AIFD, and teach the different elements and principles of design, which are kind of a requirement to know in order to become AIFD. And those schools teach a curriculum that is based on the AIFD foundation of the elements and principles of design. And thusly, students that continue and finish those programs, when they graduate, they automatically get their CFD accreditation. Now, the other way that you can get your CFD accreditation is if you get through the process of taking your online tests to receive potentially an invitation to join AIFD for taking what is called the PFDE test, which stands for Professional Floral Design Evaluation. And that's kind of one of the last steps that anybody who is striving to get their AIFD accreditation, you have to take that test, and you have to pass the test with a high enough score in order to be able to get that invitation to join AIFD and get yourself inducted. Ultimately, that's what most people are striving for. So we really have kind of two areas within AIFD that people can choose to be a part of. Some people get their CFD and that's really all they want, and they stay at that level. Other people want to go farther and eventually get their AIFD accreditation. So it's kind of a personal choice, but again, nobody has to do it. It's not required. Now I will tell you briefly my story and why I got and worked towards getting my AIFD accreditation. I've worked in the floral industry for a lot of years, and I've had a lot of successes in my career. I've even had a lot of my biggest successes before I even got my AIFD accreditation. So yeah, you definitely don't have to have it, but after so many years of working in the industry and working in retail flower shops and owning my own businesses and managing other people's shops, I just got to the point that I was bored. I was bored out of my mind, and I did it really because I wanted to challenge myself. You do really have to prove through the whole testing process that you know what you're doing. So that's really why I went through the process of getting my CFD certification as well as my AIFD accreditation. Now, if you look at my personal profile, you will notice I do not have AIFD after my name. I did want to bring this specific topic up because this is one thing that I had somebody ask me specifically about. It's almost like online, you can see me two different ways. You can see my name and my profile with my AIFD accreditation letters after my name, and you can see my basic profile that does not have my AIFD accreditation behind it. And why that is, and this is primarily on Facebook and Instagram more than anything else. My name with my AIFD accreditation letters after my name is what I use for my personal brand or my personal business of what I do when it comes to floral design education and also helping other businesses with their marketing and online digital content and website efforts for their businesses. So with that personal brand, I use my AIFD accreditation. So my name in and of itself, along with my accreditation, is actually my business name, basically. But with Facebook and also Instagram, the AIFD after your name, you actually can't use if you are also using it as part of your business name. So, for myself, this is where I chose to use my accreditation with my business profile and not my personal timeline profile. Why this is important is because if you use it both places, you can actually run the risk of having your accounts deleted. And this isn't something that you do, it just goes against the basic rules for best practices on Facebook and Instagram. And I've actually had friends that have experienced these kinds of issues, and it's rather stressful to deal with. So if you see my name with my AIFD accreditation letters after my name, you know I am responding and I am spending time online as my business entity. If you see my name without my AIFD accreditations, I'm just being myself, and I'm not necessarily being business related. But for me, that's very interchangeable depending on the topic. But wanted to give you a little bit of information as to what AIFD is and CFD. AIFD, with all of the educational opportunities that it provides people, in addition to providing the testing for people that want to get their AIFD accreditation, really the end-all be-all of the organization is education specifically for the floral industry more than anything else. And it's not just about floral design, but it's about introductions of new products, new varieties of flowers when they become available, new suppliers. It's all education based because we are all very much focused on always striving to do better than we did before. And we are always pushing ourselves to advance and increase not only our knowledge of creative floral design elements and principles and also techniques, but we also strive to really be able to showcase to others that we know what we're doing, and we turn what we do as floral design into fine art. So there are definitely different avenues where you can go within the industry. It can help you a lot in your daily design work if you are working in a full-service flower shop or a retail floral setting of some sort, or even a floral studio. And then if you want to pursue other avenues within the industry, it enables you to do that too, because it definitely opens doors. So again, it's one of those things that no, you definitely don't have to have your AIFD, and you don't need to get certified in order to work as a floral designer. But if you do pursue certification, and if you strive to get your CFD through the AIFD organization and eventually test and work towards getting your AIFD accreditation, it should be purely personal to start with. From there, the sky's the limit. You can get whatever you put into it. So if you're willing to do the work, it can advance your career tremendously. It can open doors, just giving you opportunities for new and different things. So it's kind of up to you as to what you would want to do with it if you pursue getting your AIFD accreditation. Now, I will put this in just because it's at the end, and it's also partially my volunteer job with the AIFD organization. And that is, I am one of the main people with the National Board of AIFD in charge of connecting with and helping mentor those people that do have their CFD and would like to pursue testing and taking the PFDE test in order to hopefully get your AIFD accreditation. This is also all very important because when it comes to the profession of floristry, it is a profession like any other, like a dentist or anything else. Any additional certifications or accreditations you get should ultimately tell people that you got these certifications and accreditations because you highly regard education within your chosen profession. So that's another area where it can also benefit you, and ultimately that's why you strive to get your CFD and eventually your AIFD accreditation. So hopefully that answers some questions for you as to what AIFD is. And if you have any questions, by all means, leave me a question in the comments. And I will also leave links to the schools in the description below as to which schools do offer the CFD accreditation and certification through their educational programs. But until the next video, if you like this information, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon if you'd like to get notified when I do upload a new video for you. I'm working on some new things at the moment for you, and at the moment, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are my upload days, and very soon on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to be working towards uploading specifically more design and flower related videos for you. So until next time, be well everybody, stay safe, get out there and do something creative, and we will see you very soon. Bye-bye.